All right. Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you with another edition of Stout Sunday. All right. And joining me this morning, we have Mr. Michael Kormeroff up in Brooklyn. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
We have Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble. He will be back with us shortly. He stepped away for a second. There he is. Good morning, John. And we have the one, the only, Mr. Ronald Terrio, Louisiana Beer Reviews. He's going by the Parish Stout reviewer this morning. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, everybody.
All right. We've got Kyle in the chat. He says first. Yes, you are first. Kyle, good morning to you. Surprised you're up this early after last night. We were up late last night. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's see what everybody's drinking this morning. Starting with you, Michael. What do you have?
Okay, this is a revisit of the Yingling Black and Tan, which is 60% porter and 40% their premium lager. And it's 4.6%. And it's from the oldest American brewer, 1829. So I will put it into the glass and see what it looks like. Alex, pour. Does this qualifies as an Alex pour, doesn't it? I got it all in the glass though. Okay, so
yeah.
It's funny y'all call it Alex.
He wasn't the originator of the soft pour. There may have been somebody else who did it first. I don't know.
I've been pouring beers. I started pouring straight in, making a huge head of foam in November.
So I would say this is a 3-finger foamy mocha colored, head and whatever. We'll be back for a full description when we come around.
All right, John, what are you drinking this morning?
I am drinking the Left Hand Brewing Company's Galactic Cowboy Nitro Imperial Stout, 9% ABV.
Wow.
Yep, picked this up at World Market yesterday. Going all over around Mobile. All over Georgia, the Whitty area. Excuse me.
Right.
Trying to find me a phone case for my new phone. So I stopped at Walmart, but then there was Walmart right there. Went inside and said, "Oh, I think I'll get these two." So let me do the pour. Obviously, when I open up the can, you can hear like the nitro thing, like the sound, and you're like, pour it down in my glass. Nice Imperial Stout, which I love. Yes, it is not cold yet, but it is Stout Sunday. So I love Imperials.
I could drink Imperial Stouts in the heat of the summer. Me.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really good. Looks very tempting, almost like a nice, delicious chocolate shake, but it's not. So that's my pour, and I will give you the description later on. All
right. Cheers to B Aviation in the chat. Says the gang's all here. That's right. Well, not everybody, but there's, we're still missing Robert and a few other people, but
Jeremy.
Robert hopefully will be back soon. He's doing well.
Don't have Robert. Don't have Miscellaneous Beer Reviews. Don't have
Jeremy.
There's BC. He's a regular. He's been a regular on Ron's Wednesday night shows lately. So
and Fandango Friday.
Yeah. Cheers to you, BC. Okay, so Ron, that leaves you. What are you drinking this morning?
No, it doesn't just leave me because you have to
Well,
go.
leaves me, but as far as my guess.
So, yeah, I could drink Imperial Stouts all year long, and people say it's for cold weather. Okay, fine, but look at Jamaica. They drinking Dragon Style Fire at 10%, and they're not gonna wait around till winter. But what if you waited till winter in Jamaica? What's it gonna get down to 80?
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, unless you live way up in the mountains, and it might get down to 72. But this beer is called Vanilla Dreams, and I bought it at Dorgnax, and I bought it yesterday, and it was $4.99 for this pint can. It says malt beverage with natural flavors. That's the legal description. Here's the marketing description: Imperial Stout aged on oak spirals with vanilla. So it's kind of like that New Belgium beer, that one that they did in the oak spirals.
I think the name, Oak Spire, I believe is the name of the beer.
Oak Spire, yeah. And then Innocent Gun does the same thing. They put the barrel in the beer instead of the beer in the barrel. It didn't give me much of a head of foam, and I poured it straight in. I don't mind if Alex gets the credit for the big foamy beers, because he did give me a bottle of CBS from 2018. So I don't care if he gets the credit. Although I could mention that I started doing the big foamy beer pours back in November 2010. But anyway,
we know, right? Well, you actually made a video years ago because people would give you a hard time about how you pour a beer. So you did an educational video on how to pour a beer.
Right.
It's still posted to this day.
That's right. And I even cited sources from breweries showing why you should do that. And some people were like, yeah, right. What does Pabst know about brewing beer? I was like, yeah, what would they know?
Old Tankard Ale.
They only started in 1842, so they don't know nothing. But it didn't have much foam, and it doesn't have any lacing. It's just dark brown. That's all you can say. It's a dark brown beer, cut and dry.
Okay. All right. Well, really quick, I'll go to myself here. I'm drinking I'm doing a revisit. Had this a couple weeks ago. Bought a big old bottle the other day at the gas station for $2.49. It's a bomber. It's a 22-ounce bomber bottle, 5.6%. The Guinness Extra Stout. Pour it up in a glass here. All right, nice 2.5 finger head, tan, tightly knit bubbles there. Kind of has a creamy appearance to the head. Very, very dark brown, almost black. You can see just a little bit of brown around the edges when you hold it up to the light. Good looking beer in the glass. A classic. All right. Let's go back around here. We've got Daryl in the chat. Good morning to you, Daryl. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go ahead and get into these things. We'll go back to you, Michael, and let you tell us about your black and tan.
Okay. As you can see, the head, or maybe you can't because the light is kind of weird, but anyway, the head has subsided now to a half a finger of the same mocha head there was. There's good head retention on the top. And it's, if I didn't mention before, it's dark brown in color. Let me see if I can see through it. Yes, you can see through it. There are very red highlights through it, so it's not opaque as some of the other stouts. But again, it's only 60% porter, so it's not like it's as intense as 100% stout like the three of you are drinking. But it's still, holding up okay, and it looks like a good beer. Yuengling is a regional brewer, and they're border on craft. We know how it goes. You got to know
right. Right. So that be considered, the black tan is considered a porter, right?
I would call it a porter because it's 60% and it's only 40 of the premium lager. So I would say it's a diminished porter because it's not 100% porter.
Right.
And John gives me a little bit of, the ability to throw this one in every once in a while. I didn't have another stout, but next week I'm going to have something new. Anyway, the nose. What do we got? You get roasted malts, but you get them in a kind of more, it's in the background. Most stouts, when you put your nose in there, you can really smell the roasted malts. In this one, they're there, but they're in the background. Some mild chocolate as well. It's a clean smell. I would guess the premium lager does have some effect on the smell as well.
Oh yeah,
makes it seem lighter in its overall presentation as well. But the porter effect, you're getting it. I guess the best thing to do is to drink it. Cheers.
Dive right in. There you go. Cheers, Michael.
Cheers.
Cheers to your drinking.
Okay. It's thin-bodied, but it's not watery. So it's it has substance to it, but it's not something which, obviously 4.6%, it's very sessionable, and it's something you could drink more than one without any problem. Let's see what flavors I'm getting. You're still getting the roasted malts and a little chocolate vibe, maybe some coffee in the background. But the flavors are not intense. They're more, like background flavors. But it's not objectionable. It goes down pretty easy. And it's, again, something I would recommend to your macro drinkers who are trying to make a slow ascension into the porter and stout world. This would be a good thing, to start out with, because they're going to find less objectionable even than the one that John will be drinking later, because that does have some intense flavors. This one doesn't have any intense flavors. This one, I think they would find, interesting. And if you did like this, you could graduate to more intense stouts, which, you might like more over time.
It's like a craft beer for people who never tried craft beer.
But like I said, and I think everybody would agree, Yuengling does brew a good product, and the fact that they would be mixing these two in the the style, the English style, and bottling it is a good thing. And I think this would be something they would sell quite a bit of, even though their regular lager obviously is their flagship and their best seller.
Those are the big three. Those are the big three: the traditional lager, the black and tan, and the traditional light.
This has their premium, which I've also had alone, but it's very hard to find. You can find it if you look around. I think I even had it when we did go on the brewery tour, but that was a long time ago.
There's even the premium light, which is almost impossible to find.
I've never even seen that.
Yeah, it's around, but don't try to find it.
I can't find it. When I go home to Jersey, I can't find the premium light.
Yeah, they do. Besides the brewery in Pottsville, which is their first one, they also have a brewery in Florida, I believe, not too far from where Ronnie S. is in the
Tampa. In Tampa at the old Schlitz Brewery.
Right. So they've taken that over too. And they're supposedly going to get almost, full distribution around the country. You'll start seeing Yuengling in more states over the next few months.
It just arrived in Texas.
Yeah, it was brewed in Texas under agreement with Miller, Molson Coors. See, so they made a collaboration deal with them. That usually means they're going to get bought out pretty soon.
It's a good chance it could happen. Anyway, so I will have a number when we do our full circuit around the group, and probably have some other comments as well. But thank you, John, for hosting, and it's always fun being here.
All right. Yeah, glad you're here. And we'll come back around here shortly. Let's go to Mr. Jean-Pierre with his left-hand Galactic Cowboy.
Yep, the Galactic Cowboy Nitro Imperial Stout, 9%. I guess this is the older brother, or maybe the little brother going to become the big brother of the left-hand milk stout. The left-hand milk stout is 6%. This one is 9% ABV by left hand. So far, as you can see in my glass right now, very nice little color, very nice how it looks, very good head up top. Two-row malts, chocolate, dark chocolate, which I'm definitely, since I've been sipping a little bit of this here and there while everybody's been talking, definitely a very stronger dark chocolate presence in this than the special B chocolate that they mentioned in the description of the beer. They have Cascade, Comet, and Galaxy hops. It is 44 IBUs. And I'm a sucker for dark chocolate. Really am. So on anything, cookies, whatever. I love dark chocolate. You know, like the molten lava cakes and things like that. You know, where the chocolate is in the middle and it just oozes out. You know, so this is excellent. It really is. The dark chocolate flavor. There's some oats in this. I'm also getting from this stout as well. So the only thing I have reviewed from Left Handed, of course, is their milk stout, and I'm sure they have plenty of other beers, brewery based in Colorado. And you know, I'm a sucker for imperial stouts. You know, Old Rasputin, 1050, but this one I think meant for those who may find dark chocolate maybe not their thing, you know, who prefer, I guess, I don't know, the regular chocolate, you know, whatever, but they'd probably be turned off by it. But I could put this up against with Old Rasputin or the Lagunitas or the, you know, I'm kind of partial to 1050, so I like that one a lot. So by Oscar Blue, so, but this is really, really good. So a late night, again, I always say evening thing to sip, not during the middle of the afternoon. And if you're not going anywhere, that would be the best decision when you're drinking one of these. So, I'm gonna give my score coming up. So I think it's going to be a very positive score for the Galactic Cowboy Metro.
I'll have to look for that one. I haven't seen that one yet, John.
So,
but yeah, it's also.
I was at World Market and I was just there. I was just there looking for what things they may have beer wise. You know, they always have singles there, and you know, I was debating whether to get the Youngs or get something else. And then I kind of looked further down on the bottom of the shelf and said, Imperial Stout, okay, $2.49, even up my right in my house. So
good deal for 9%er, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. We'll come back around and get your final thoughts and rating here in a little bit. We're going from a 9%. We're jumping up to the Lupulin Dreams here at 10%. Let's see what you think about the Vanilla Dreams there, Ron.
My last World Market trip was a fiasco. I didn't find anything good over there. But you know, different ones carry different things. They're kind of like Trader Joe's. They don't all carry the same. I know Jean-Pierre told me he was real favorable also to white spirits like gin and vodka because it keeps him out of trouble. I believe that's what he said. Keeps him out of trouble. If you call getting arrested, staying out of trouble. All right. No head, no lacing. All right. Remember now, $4.99 for this 16-ounce can. That's $19.96 for a 4-pack. That's no joke. That's not small money. You know, y'all might have a lot of money to just be going buy everything. I don't like to just do that. You know, I don't like to just spend like a crazy person. I'm not saying I'm trying to be a tightwad either, but, you know, enough's enough. It gets to a point where you feel like you're getting ripped off. You know what I'm saying? You know the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a preface, because what I mean is when I'm paying $4.99 for a can, it better be an A.
It definitely, yeah.
Yeah, if it comes in at an A-, I'm starting to get aggravated. You know, I'm starting to get really aggravated. And if it comes in the B range, then I'm gonna be flying off the handle. You know, but in appearance, well, it's kind of okay. Like you would think it should have some lacing and head, but a lot of these beers, if you notice, when they get above 9 or 10%, it's like they never have lacing, they never have foam. They become like a liquor, you know, like if you pour rum, it has no foam or lacing. It's strange. I know y'all noticed that also.
Mm-hmm.
For example,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll say, for example, get some Bourbon County Stout, 14%, and pour it and like let it settle for a moment. You know, it'll be just like this: no head, no lacing. But you drink that whole 500 milliliter bottle, it's going to have some cha-cha. All right.
Yep. Founders does it well, though. For whatever reason, they're high alcohol, like the CBS and the KBS. They do a pretty good job with the lacing and head retention, which is not common for the, like you said, for the high alcohol beers like that. So
yeah, they normally don't have that. Okay, so the aroma is kind of shabby, really. Like you pick up a little bit of like a faint beer smell, but it's almost like you saying, is this prune juice that my grandpa is drinking? You know, it's like you're wondering, you know, you're thinking, I know my grandpa drinks that prune juice or whatever, but it's kind of funky monkey in the nose. But of course, beer is not for snorting. They got other products for that. But not sold at the grocery store at this time. You know what I mean? But I do not buy those products. It's the tasting that matters, really, ultimately. Good morning to you. Now, this is a weird product because just like earlier, when it was colder, the beer was much colder. It was right out the fridge. We have electricity back. Yay. Been back for almost a week. The first hit was like a metallic flavor, and I was like, metallic. And I thought, that's bad, you know. So then there's vanilla coming in. And then when you take the second, third, fourth sip, then the vanilla is really in play. The probably vanilla extract. I'm pretty sure they're not using real vanilla beans from Madagascar or whatever. And then there's like another flavor. You say, what does this taste? What is this flavor? And I was doing the solo review and I was wondering, what is this flavor? And then I looked at the can again and it said oak spirals. And I said, oh, that's what's giving it that. It's like oak, but you don't usually expect that in a beer. So it kind of throws you. But a lot of sugary sweetness, dark brown bread crust, even some black raisins. Like, you know, those raisins that are so dark and all of that. Like you get mincemeat pie almost. High, medium body, a little silky or velvety mouthfeel. The finish is tipped over into sweetness. I'm saying it's like 52-48, 52% sweet and 48% dry, but just a little into sweet. Well, that's not bad. Uh-oh. All right. Well, anyway, let me see. That could be the insurance company. You can mute me and I'll get back and give the score in a little bit.
Okay. All right, Ron. So yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a strange beer there. Okay, so the Guinness Extra Stout revisit. I poured it 10 minutes ago now. It's still got a nice head on it. Some glass lacing already starting to form there. The aromas with this. Dark roasted malt, getting those toasted bread notes, a little bit of dark chocolate, maybe a touch of caramel. Very roasty, toasty on the nose. Smells pretty good. It's pretty straightforward, though. There's really not much to it. Maybe a touch of dark chocolate. I don't know if I mentioned that. Roasty, toasty, bready, dark chocolate, caramel. And that's pretty much it. So let's get into it. Cheers.
Cheers, John.
This never gets old. It's a classic. Roasted malt right up front, dark toasted bread notes, a little bit of that dark chocolate in the middle of the sip, just a touch of caramel to give it a little bit of sweetness, but it's definitely more on the roasty side. It's not very sweet. It finishes very smooth, almost has a creaminess to the mouthfeel. Carbonation is on the low medium side. None of the 5.6% alcohol is coming through. It's definitely more on the sessionable side, as sessionable as you can get anyway with a stout, other than, of course, the Guinness draft version, which is 4.2. They drink those by the pint over there in Ireland. But yeah, this one's a little bit more substantial, great flavor, easy drinking, nothing offensive, would be a good introduction into the stout world, especially considering that most of the stuff that you get nowadays is 6% plus, it seems like. So yeah, just a really good, easy drinking, nice classic stout with good malt character, and that's pretty much all I got to say about it. I've had this many, many times over the years, and it's never disappointed. So I'll come back around here in a little bit. We got Drunken One in the chat. We got Miscellaneous. We got Commerce in the chat. Says he has a Zivik 18, or he had an 1881 porter last night. Yeah, it's a good one. I hear. I don't know. I still haven't had a Zivik porter, so one of these days. And the new KBS. So, okay, wow. I didn't know it was out yet. So Commerce is referring to the new KBS that is it's got cinnamon and vanilla, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's a new KBS product. Be on the lookout for that in your area, everybody. Okay. Let's go back around. We've got to go. Let's see. Let's play musical panel members and get everybody back. And we'll go back to Mr. Michael Kormaroff.
Okay, so as you can see, it's very easy drinking, and it's going down. I still have a few sips left. Your head has diminished now to just the thinnest rim head, which is basically what happens with these kind of beers anyway. You know, this had a nice head at the beginning, and now it's diminished. It's a little bit on the watery side, even though, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's watery, but it's on the edge of being watery. Okay, what am I going to rate it? I am going to give it an 88. So it is a B+. What could it do to be? It can't do much to be better unless you put in more porter. So I guess if you made it an 80 porter, 20%, I would like it better. But I'm not down on their premium lager. It's fine. It just, remember now, this is Stout Sunday, so we're rating on the basis of the porter value of this beer, and for the 60%, it's going to rate a B+. And that, I would think that if I had their porter straight up, it could be an A-. In other words, if it was 100% Yingling porter, I might like it a little bit more.
I wish, unfortunately, I've never had the porter. We don't get it down here. I'm kind of surprised.
You'd have to go to Pennsylvania to get it, because it doesn't seem like it gets wide distribution. I can get the lager easily. You can get the black and tan here. I don't know, the other stuff they don't push. I used to drink Lord Chesterfield Ale. You can get that. Hard to find at this point, locally anyway. But they do brew good beers, and like Jay said before, maybe they're close to being purchased by some mega company or whatever, and I wouldn't be surprised for something.
It wouldn't be such a bad thing. Maybe we'd start getting some of their other beers here if they
Yes.
do something like that.
I mean,
Great.
They're family owned, and sometimes those family owned companies do hold on longer before they sell out. But if the right dollar sign comes in their face, it is possible they'll say, we want Yingling beer in Georgia, so let's get it down there in high amounts.
We get the big three here in Georgia, and the traditional, the light and the black and tan. The IPL was doing very well for whatever reason. I don't know why they discontinued it.
We also get the Golden Pilsner here. It's very popular in 16-ounce cans at the gas stations around here, and everybody always forgets about the Flight, which I've never had, and I'm not in any rush to buy that. It's like a 99 calorie or 95 calorie super light version of the Yingling. And anyway,
that's my opinion of the flight.
yeah, I haven't had it yet. I know Terrio's reviewed it. It's a light beer. It's like a Michelob Ultra or like, somewhere along those lines. Ron, you're still muted, by the way. If you're not, I can unmute you, I guess. There we go. Okay.
I was saying it's like Michelob Ultra, but worse. Way worse.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. All right. So we've got an 88 in the books from Michael with his black and tan. We got to go to Mr. Jean-Pierre and see how that Galactic Cowboy Nitro Imperial Stout's treating you.
As you can see, it's been a little bit sip here and there. Of course, I've been in the kitchen doing something, kind of deciding what I want to do for Sunday dinner, watching football today. But I'm still a little up in the air about it. But anyway, but yeah, this is a really good Imperial Stout. I'm going to go with an 88 score for this one. I think this is very well good. It's not on the same level as the other Imperials that I mentioned to you guys, but good enough for me. So 88 for the Galactic Cowboy Nitro Imperial Stout. And you're right, Michael. I wish I can get the Lord Chesterfield Ale. I've been dying to get it. Every time I go home to Jersey, I said, where is the Lord Chesterfield? Where is it? Every liquor store I go to around my town of Montclair, where is it? And it's like, hey, we're trying to get it. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm going up there for Thanksgiving too to see my mom. My first time being up there for Thanksgiving since 2017. And even though I was up there previously back in April, but for Thanksgiving, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Traditional, my mom's spicy, Caribbean style fried turkey. Yep.
All right.
Yes,
Rod
sir.
rocking the Southern Comfort hat this morning. Nice.
That was given to me. That was given to me by the distributor, I might add.
Southern Comfort is not not one of the favorite.
Well, I never tried it, so I can't comment. I've only had the Southern Comfort beers that were made by Anheuser-Busch, the lemon lime, the peach tea, and the Paradise Punch. Okay, is it my time or is Jean still talking?
I think no. Jean is done. He gave his at 88. Fryer is. We were talking about light beer really quick. I just wanted to bring this up. He says the best light beer he's ever had was the Sam Adams Light.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
And
that's got a lot of body for a light beer. I'll give you that. Yeah.
And the second best is the. They stopped making it. It was Dixie Amber Light Jazz. It was called Dixie Jazz Amber Light. But that's a company that got no kind of sense. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna start ranting on them. But anyway, this beer has a bold flavor. It's unusual, like you said. It's a strange beer. It's strange, but it's bold. It's like a full flavor. It has a lot of interesting elements to it, and I think that's an important thing when you're drinking these things. Like, hey, it doesn't matter if it's strange, if it has a lot of exciting and bold flavors. That's what counts, especially when I'm paying $4.99. But I mean, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but oh well. I never had a perfect beer from Lupulin, but I had a lot of interesting beers from them, and they're from way in Minnesota, and we get them down here in New Orleans area. So, and our beer selection has crashed since the hurricane hit. So you basically can get Bud Light and Michelob Ultra right now, and Modelo Especial. I'm going to give it a 94. I think it's a 9.4 out of 10. It's the most excellent product. They tried selling Lord Chesterfield Ale in Louisiana 8 years ago, and I think I was the only person literally in the whole state that bought a 6-pack or a 12-pack. So I think the distributor said, nobody wants this stuff. And I let somebody try a bottle of the Lord Chesterfield, and he was like, ugh. And I was like, what's wrong with these people, It's like the one beer Yingling makes that has character, I don't like that. It's like Genesee. Their cream ale is really good, of course, but their 12 horse. They got another one called 12 horse ale. It's even stronger and bolder. Man, Genesee could not give it away. They could not give it away. I was talking to the brewmaster over there, and he was saying, man, we would put that stuff on the shelf. He said every 6-pack would go out of date. Every 6-pack. He said, so we stopped selling it because it was like a joke. You know, we couldn't. So now they said they only offered it on at the brewery, and then about a year ago they started selling it again in some stores. But it's ironic. It's strange, you know, that like the best beer, the best product that the company makes, no one wants it. You know what I mean?
Well, and the best two, that one, and then the other one that's very popular that nobody can get, or I can't get anyway, is the Bock, the Ginny Bock, that I've heard really, really good things about. And
same thing.
No, we can't get it.
It's like Busch Signature Copper Lager, the best beer Anheuser-Busch made in like 30 years.
Oh God, may it rest in peace.
I know.
They could not pay. They could not
That
pay
Copper Lager.
people. They could not pay people to buy a 12-pack of that. I was like,
good.
wow.
I always bought the 25-ounce singles. I mean, I bought them like religiously. Man.
Here's another beer that I thought did very well. The New Belgium Day Spring, which was their blonde ale. They were selling them at the service stations.
I never had
it was kind of my version of Ballantine Ale because I can't get I wasn't when I lived in Mobile. I couldn't get Ballantine Ale.
Yeah, but wait a minute. That's a little bit different though, because I mean, New Belgium makes all kind of specialty products that they come out with once a month. I'm talking about major beer companies that usually put out run-of-the-mill adjunct lager. Yeah. And when they put out a specialty product, people will not buy it. You know, it's like Pabst Old Tankard Ale. That thing, David Garlapede said, this beer can go toe to toe with any craft beer I'm drinking right now. And
it was really good.
They would not buy it.
Yeah.
Do you see
another one with the Coors Batch 19? Remember that one?
Oh, yeah. There's John Nilly. Yep. There's another.
I bought a 6-pack of this the other day. Best by date January 3rd, 2022.
That beer
maybe it's making a comeback. I don't know. Look out for it, John. You're in Georgia, so
yeah. I've seen it a few. I've seen it a couple of spots in other parts of Georgia. I was in near Sewanee. I saw a sixer of the 16-ounce cans, but when I'm close to my area where I live, it's nowhere to be found. If I go to Alpharetta, I see it going to my brother's.
Yeah,
Douglasville, going to my uncle's house.
They could put a sign up. They could put a sign in front of the store and say, "Pabst Extra Free." 30 packs for free, and people would not get it.
I don't know. I'd be there. I'd make the drive.
Me too.
For that. Really quick, I wanted to go back to the chat. We got the beer guy in the chat. Good morning to you. He's drinking a Founder's Breakfast Stout. That is another classic, a little bit stronger than the Guinness Extra Stout, but always a great go-to stout. Friar Tuck says Ranton and Raven with Ron, and we're talking about Yingling. I forgot about this one. I know Ron. You've had this. I don't know if it's popular down there. The Raging Eagle. That's the one that has. Is it mango or?
Yeah, mango. I would not. I would not say it's popular, but it might have a handful of people that buy it.
I haven't had it.
I've had it, and it was awful. It's on my bad mango list.
It's a bad mango beer. Michael has a love-hate relationship with mango.
I like the mango smooth from Dogfish Head. I like that one. So
the mango smoothie was good.
But again, that kind of beer is what it is. It's like for the same with the hard seltzer crowd, the flavored beer crowd. You know, light, easy drinking, something they can enjoy, but. For guys like us, that's not something that we would get on a day-to-day basis, everyday basis, you know. And I had it once. I thought it was the same. I think I gave it the same score.
Somebody
I think
gave it to me, and I figured I had to try it, so I did, and it was awful. I mean, just awful. And it didn't really taste so much from mango either. That wasn't the main reason it was awful. It was just thin, and there just wasn't much to it. I mean, maybe slight mango kind of taste, but I didn't like it. So you haven't seen the Raging Eagle in Georgia, John?
I may have seen it once, and I didn't pick it up, and I haven't seen it again since. But it wasn't in Noonan. It was when I was traveling for work. It was probably North Georgia,
Yeah.
or closer to Atlanta, where they would have better, I guess, distribution of it.
I've seen it. I've seen it around town, and like I said, what I just described.
I wouldn't seek it out. If somebody happens to give you one, then try it. Otherwise,
yeah, I would try it, but it's not something that I'm going to go crazy looking for. But yeah, if I do see it again, I will definitely pick it up. But I think maybe it lasted around here for a week and then it just disappeared. Friar Tuck is talking about the 12 horse, and Genesee also makes an Oktoberfest and a Schwarzbier. He said they're both really good, but they're not widely distributed, unfortunately. So we're probably never going to see it. He says PBR Extra disappeared from his area a while ago, but he still sees it in Albany and northern Vermont. And the Genesee Kolsch, yeah, that's another one. All these Genesee, this is just, yeah, it's crazy. Genesee makes all these great beers, but we only get 3. We only get the light, the regular, and the cream ale. So it's like we're missing out, I guess. Anyway, I still need to give a rating here on my Guinness Extra Stout, and I'm going to give it what I gave it a couple weeks ago. It's a 95. It's a most excellent beer. It's right down the middle, a solid A. It's a classic. It's got that great classic stout flavor with the roasted malt, a little bit of sweetness, nice, smooth, easy drinking, relatively light at 5.6. You could drink a few. Be a good introduction into the stout world if you're just kind of getting into the style, because it's not too bold and it doesn't have all the boozy characteristics that you get with all the barrel aged stuff. So yeah, it's a solid A beer. Would highly recommend it. And this bomber bottle, 22-ounce bomber bottle, is $2.49. So it's a good value as well. Okay, so we are at that time of the show. We're going to go back around, and if anybody has any show and tell, wants to shout anything out on their channel, now would be the time to do so. I know Michael's Beach Club is officially over for the year, but he did have a tasting that he sent me the details the other night. So I don't know, Michael, if you have anything you want to share with us.
I did a Dogfish Head beer at that tasting. It was yesterday, and it was called, and I think people have had it, Hazy O. Have people had the Dogfish Head Hazy O? Hazy?
I know.
It's a hazy IPA. Anyway, this is
I saw you put the photo, but I never had it.
It's the first time I've actually seen on the Dogfish Head label that they're affiliated with Sam Adams. And I knew they were.
Yeah, they bought him out. Sam Adams and
he's on the
Dogfish.
The former head, Sam Calagione, is on the Sam Adams board.
Right.
I mean, to me, that wouldn't be enough. I'm sure there's some financial considerations as well. But Dogfish
more like
Head,
a merger than a buyout.
Yeah, it's a merger. So they're together in one. I think it made them the 13th largest. I don't know, something like that.
Which is interesting to say, Michael.
The 13th, and now by combining with Sam Adams, they're among fairly large conglomeration, whatever. Okay, so anyway, speaking of Dogfish Head, my show and tell involves two things. John, you were asking earlier about the barrel aged version. This is the straight version.
Okay.
As you can see from the top, it has your danger cap. So this could be anywhere from 15 to 20%. They don't tell you. The bottom says age as well. I'm sure if it's 15 to 20%, it would age well. And I got 2 bottles my daughter brought back from Southern Delaware. She ate at their brew pub in Rehoboth Beach. Now, the surprise one, her best friend, Jordan, gave me this a couple of days ago. And I mentioned this to you too, John. This is 20 minute.
Yeah.
Which I've had in the past. And
have you?
I feel the same way you do about it. It doesn't taste like an IPA. It tastes like a barley wine because it's malt forward and it's intense. I will admit that, but it's definitely, heavy on the malt. There are hops, the hops are present also, but the malt overtakes the hops. And this one also says age as well. I guess as long as you don't mind it being malt forward, you could probably age this as long as you want. You could age this for 10 years, and I'm sure no harm would come to it. It would be fine. I'm going to save it for a special occasion. I don't know when that'll be, but whatever. The Worldwide Stout, it's just something I can't drink by myself because it's just too high alcohol. So I have to drink it with a couple of friends.
I bought a 4-pack down when I was in the New Orleans area, actually visiting Mr. Terrio and David Garlic. Pete bought a 4-pack for $40, and I didn't do a solo review on my channel, but we all shared one, and that review is on Louisiana Beer Reviews. I think I gave it like a 97 or 98. I think my comment was it would be better if it was barrel aged. So, yeah. It's interesting on the label for the regular Worldwide Stout. It's got coffee beans in the background. There's no coffee added to it, so I've always wondered why they put coffee beans on the label.
And from what I remember drinking it, it doesn't even have a coffee taste per se. I mean, it has a roasty taste, but it's not specific coffee. Maybe when they put this together, they thought that there'd be more of a coffee feel to it than it was, and they had already done the label. I have no idea. It's a good question. Something you could ask Sam Calagione if you ever contact him. Sam, by the way, what happened with this? What's this coffee label about? Well, he said maybe in the dreaming when we were brewing it, we thought there'd be more coffee taste in it. I have no idea. Yeah. Whatever. I would like to taste the barrel aged version. I've never had it.
It's called the Utopia's Worldwide Stout. Yeah, it's a barrel aged for I think 6 months. Anyway, I saw a picture of it the other day. And I sent it to you, Michael, because I was like, I wish I could find this. But if the regular one's between 15 and 20%, what's the ABV of the barrel aged one?
It might be 25%. It might be 25%. I have no idea, because the Utopia is what the Sam Adams, their liquor, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we were watching Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show, and in part of his opening, he kept referring to the Sam Adams, intense thing. He didn't even call it Utopia. He just called it Sam Adams intense thing. It's only available in 13 states, and we know Georgia's not one of them. And Louisiana has no limit, right, Brian? You can get any alcohol limit. See, that's another thing. Louisiana's in the South, but they don't care about limits. Limits don't matter. They just go for it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Most of the southern states have limits.
Because Louisiana is mostly, there's a reason for that, because most of the South is like a Protestant background, and Louisiana has a Catholic background, and the Catholics are more liberal with alcohol. Protestants tend to be very strict.
Yeah. I think Florida doesn't have, if they do have a limit, it's much higher than here, because Miscellaneous is down in Florida. He gets all the Bourbon County stuff, which he sent me some.
Yeah, they're not. They're
strict. That's all.
Yeah, they're strict in other weird ways in Florida.
Michael, do you get the Burton? There was one beer that Dogfish Head does called the Burton Ale.
Yeah, we can get it.
Yeah, that's a fabulous beer.
I have to check now to see, since Sam Adams is with them, if their distribution is as good. It doesn't automatically mean it's better.
Right.
Maybe not.
I mean, Sam Adams, anybody can get Boston Lager anywhere in the country. Well,
I think they're left alone, so I don't think Sam Adams says to Sam,
hey, I'm not going to be able to stay on much longer, y'all, because I got somebody coming over. I'm not going to be able to stay on. I'm not trying to be rude.
That's fine.
You give your score. Give your score, and I'll give mine.
Well, we got all the scores. We're doing the show yet. You can do a. I know Ron's got some stuff coming up on his channel.
John just showed Oranja Boom.
The Oranja Boom, yeah.
Hey, Jean, we got the scores already, but whatever you're dealing with is starting to kick in, so things get a little confused, But anyway,
the 9% is taking effect.
As they say,
I'm going to be on your show on Wednesday. That's my one activity.
Best beer. Yeah, Wednesday at 7:20 p.m. Eastern is Fest Beers, which I know is going to confuse people because they're going to show up with Martins, and I'm going to tell them, no, Fest Beer is different. Fest Beer is golden, and a Martin is copper. And but it might just be me and Michael, because a lot of people have trouble finding Fest Beers, actually. They're not too common in the United States, where if you go to Germany, everybody sells them, Anyway, I appreciate it. Let me just do this, and I got to get off because my friend David called me, and he's coming over.
So Jay,
Anyway,
Review time. You got to make up for lost time with the hurricane and everything. You got a lot of reviews to squeeze in, I'm sure.
I know, and I
Is
told him
David-
keep in mind the Saints game's coming on at noon or 1 o'clock Eastern. What now, Michael?
Is David bringing over anything from his museum? From opening something unusual? Or he didn't say anything.
It's been a month since we got together, so anything could go. I mean, he's pretty much been cooped up, so who knows what could happen.
It's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days.
Let us know if he brings anything unusual.
Yeah. All right. So
just record it all.
Wednesday.
Just record everything, and we can watch it.
I'll try. I'll post whatever's appropriate. Now, so coming up on Tuesday morning, Dawn Busters, we have this Sombra Mezcal. Sombra, it's $32 a bottle, but for whatever bizarre reason, Walmart had it for $15. So of course I bought it. And then it's going up against Ryu, which was $32 for the liter, which not a bad price. But I don't know why I get these crazy deals down here. Like every month I find a product that's half the price or 60% off, so I just buy it. And anyway, so that's coming up. And then after we finish Mezcal, coming up on, I think starting Wednesday, we're going to get into tequila. This is not necessarily a top shelf tequila, to say the least, but this is Montezuma. Been on the market for 47 years. Aztec Gold. Well, it's the number 9 best-selling tequila in the United States. Number 9. So it can't be too terrible, I would guess. But it's funny reading those reviews. I was reading some reviews for it. I was like, there's no way it could be that bad. We're number 9, number 900. Yesterday, I was on United States Highway 61 northbound. I looked on the website and they were telling me where to find this. They were saying, go here, go here, go here. I went there and they had it, but they did not have both flavors. So I was at a place called Fast Stop. And they had this.
Uh-oh.
This is the strawberry daiquiri.
Okay.
10% alcohol. You don't want to read the ingredients because it's like reading a science project, But the other flavor was sold out, and I was like, "Don't y'all have the other flavor that I think it's like Paradise Punch or something?" And the lady was like, "No, we put it all on the shelf, and it just people have been buying it like crazy. They had 3 cans left of this." She's like, "We got some more coming in around Wednesday, but that's like 20 miles east of me." I said, "Well, I'm gonna stop by one day and next time I'm in town and try it." Then she asked me, "Is it any good?" I said, "Well, I never tried it yet. It just came out. It's been on the market for like 2 weeks." And she said, "Well, we just can't keep it on the shelf. People are buying it like crazy." So I bought it, and we'll see what it's like. This beer world gets crazier and crazier. And
indeed, it does.
Yeah, and then you got the craft beer companies making flavor malt beverages, the macro company. But anyway, I appreciate John and Neely letting me join. I could not find a braggot, a honey braggot for tomorrow night. I mean,
yeah, me neither.
Jay, say hello to David Garlapede for me. Tell him I said hello.
Tell Dave, say hey.
Well, John, did you have anything you wanted to share really quick?
Yeah, real quick. I'll be real quick. Yeah. These are the promos I have coming up. Beers I'll be reviewing. I will be reviewing again the beer I just had. I presented the Galactic Cowboy. Also got the Orange Broom, which is from
Orange Broom. Yeah.
Orange Broom.
Yep. And I got this one also. John, I don't know if you know anything about this one. The Georgia Brewing Company.
Yeah, I have not seen anything like that here.
Also picked this up at Trader Joe's. This is their Georgia Hooch IPA. So this is at 6.8%. This is what I'll be reviewing soon, and of course, I'm sure everybody definitely knows this one right here. Also picked
Heavy
this up at
lift,
Trader
yes. One of the
Trader
best.
Joe's special.
Yeah, love it.
$4.99 a six pack. $4.99 a
Can't beat
six
it.
pack.
Can't beat the prices on this
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
good stuff.
So these are the beers I'll be reviewing. Plus, I got 2 other beers. I got the Samuel Smith and the the Russian beer I presented last time. The Kalik, was it? Begins with a K.
Oh.
Yeah. So those are the beers I'll be reviewing coming up. And of course, the last 2 days I did the rehash of the Brooklyn Lager and did the Molson Golden review. So those are.
I put those on my watch. I put those on my watch later list.
Okay. And right now, like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna make for Sunday dinner. I got my 3 options: either cook me a pot of spaghetti with some cut up jalapeno brats, or just eat the brats by itself with some sauerkraut, or make a roasted chicken with potatoes and carrots and onions and throw it in the oven. So that's kind of my decision.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of those options. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So want to watch some football and drink beer and just chill in the house today. So
I hear you. Good day for that here. It's been raining for the last 12
and the
hours
Buccaneers
here.
play later. They're regionalized. I mean, the Falcons and Bucs
Okay.
are regional, but at least we'll get the Cowboys game.
All right.
I'm sorry,
We're wrapping it. Yeah.
Jay, take care.
Yeah,
Hi, Jay.
we're wrapping up here. We're going on an hour. I want to thank my panel, Michael, John, Mr. Terrio, for joining me on this fine Stout Sunday morning. I want to thank everybody in the chat. We had a great chat today. Hope everybody has a great Sunday. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy your football, and we'll see you here all on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
Cheers.